In 1907, Winston Churchill visited the whole of Africa from corner to corner and completed his journey in Uganda. During his report at the House of Commons in the same year, he said that he has moved from corner to corner of Africa and said that Uganda is undoubtedly the best tour destination of the whole world, as he said that it is indeed the pearl of Africa. Yes, sure, Uganda is a wonder of the world as agreed by the majority of the people that have traveled in here in Uganda. As you come to Uganda, you realize that Uganda is a landlocked country with plenty of lakes, rivers, swamps, and a lot of wonders that we are going to unleash in this episode. When you come to Uganda, you find that it is indeed the safest country in the world to come and visit and have a good time as you relax, as you find a lot of bushes and the wilderness in which you will just come and chill and relax your mind. In Uganda, you will discover that it is a land of agriculture, that even a mere tea places will be as green and will entertain you, like tea places, vegetation, sugarcane plantations. You'll find a lot of agricultural activities that will actually entertain your mind. In Uganda, you'll find a very good and herbivorous nature where you'll find everything here in Uganda is green year to year, and it is very interesting. Here in Uganda, we have only 2 seasons. That's why everything is normally green. In the dry season, it becomes goldish, but otherwise it is always green. In Uganda, we have an open door policy that we welcome every refugee that comes here in Uganda. Even if you came here to Uganda to visit or do charity organizations, you'd go to refugee camps and you will still find Uganda a very welcoming and relaxing place to do charity. In Uganda, you will find young and vibrant society, a population that is full of young people and vibrant people that are all welcoming. And moreover, we have about 56 tribes here in Uganda that and they are indigenous here in Uganda that will entertain you and you will feel very comfortable. If you are an English speaking person and you come here in Uganda, you will be welcomed by people of Uganda and the natives who know English, because they study English in these nursery schools and kindergartens until they graduate. So you will not have complications and barriers in communication. Here in Uganda, you have even people who are tour guides and can guide you in any English, Russian, Japanese, Korean, any language of your choice here in Uganda, Espanol, among others. In Uganda, you will find that we have the biggest density of primates here in Uganda, and we have a lot of bird species, about 1,500 bird species here in Uganda. You will be able to feed your eyes. In Uganda, you will find that we have a massive wildlife reserve that will entertain and blow your mind. In Uganda, you will find out that tourism has succeeded in contributing economic growth to the indigenous communities that live next to these tour sites. This one you will be discovered here in Uganda. In Uganda, there are 1,000 bird species. There are climbing animal lions that climb trees, and here in Uganda, and you find that we have a network of both roads, a network of connections like internet connection. Everywhere you move in Uganda, you will at least find a connection to lead you there. Now, I'm going to tell you why Uganda is considered the wonder of the world in itself. Why do you think that Uganda is considered as a wonder of the world? Uganda is a wonder of the world because it is home and source to the longest river in the whole entire world, as it is source of the Nile. The Nile River originates and has its source in Jinja, located here in Uganda, and runs through Uganda, Sudan, Ethiopia, and then Egypt. And in Egypt, it is a source of all life in Egypt. Without this river, it means that there is no entire life in Egypt. Therefore, Uganda is a wonder in itself. River Nile is home to all types of fish. It is home to monitor lizards. It is home to all kinds of crocodiles, hippos. It is home and it is a sanctuary of all aquatic lives that you can come and enjoy here in Now, Lake Victoria is a wildest wonder. As you can see, Lake Victoria is the biggest fresh body water lake in Africa, and here in Uganda, the biggest percentage lies in Uganda. So if you're looking for a place to go and have fun and enjoy its islands, including Karangara Island, formerly known as the Sese Islands here in Uganda, with abundance of hotels and a lot of luxuries here in Uganda, you can come and enjoy the source of the Nile. We enjoy Lake Victoria, which is the wildest wonder, making Uganda a wonder. Uganda is home to the half of the world's silverback gorillas here in windy impenetrable forest. You can find about 400 and above gorillas here living in windy impenetrable forest, and has the half of the wildest wonder. Windy impenetrable forest is located in the north western region, where you find these gorillas and you will just entertain your eyes, making Uganda a wonder of the world. The Kidepo Valley is at a border of Sudan, and it is very far from Kampala, and it is one of the best tourist destinations that Africa has ever seen. Why? It is one of the national parks with the best wildlife where you go and you feel like you are in the wild, as cars and motorbikes that pass around these parks are not there. So animals are there in plenty and calm there in the Kidepo Valley. As you go deep in the north, you continue going on a higher altitude, and in this Kidepo Valley, the climate is semi-arid. So as you go, you will always find animals and plenty of birds here in the Kidepo Valley. The Kidepo Valley is in a basin-like structure where it is surrounded by mountains, and if you stand on top of the mountains, you will see a very beautiful scenery and endless life down in the valley. The Kidepo Valley is indeed the best place to visit in Africa, particularly here in Uganda. When you go to the Kidepo Valley, you will see that Kidepo Valley gets its name from River Kidepo, which passes through and gets dry over years, and it has only one river that keeps with water throughout the year. And in the dry seasons, all these animals go to River Nassau to take or drink the water. And in this time, when you come to the dry season, you will see a plenty of animals here in the Kidepo Valley, making Uganda the best wonder of the world. In a nutshell, due to Uganda's positioning and the natural sources here in Uganda, everything in Uganda is exciting, and everything in Uganda, you can never come here in Uganda as a tourist and fail to actually enjoy whatever you see here in Uganda, ranging from the markets of Uganda to uptown Uganda, downtown Uganda, to the forests of Uganda, to the wilderness of Uganda, to mountains of Uganda, down to the lakes of Uganda, the valleys of Uganda. The way it appears in itself is so interesting that any human being would want to travel from wherever he is, India, Indonesia, USA, Cameroon, Gabon, and you come and enjoy here in Uganda. It is the only country here in Africa after Zambia where you can actually come and do rafting on the source of the Nile. Rafting is not common here in Africa, but here in Uganda you will always find it there. Uganda, you will always find the big five here in Uganda: lions, leopards, you'll find mountain gorillas, you'll find elephants, you'll find antelopes, you'll find everything here in Uganda, and in its natural form. Everything here in Uganda, you will see a tea plantation, and it is really interesting to just sit and see as it is as a plantation here in Uganda. Everything here is a tourist attraction here in Uganda in itself.